Hey, how you doing, everybody? My name is Kimble Rogers. I wanted to just jump in and say something that I think that you would like to pay attention to if you're a young person. A lot of young people don't understand, and they never learn that the ability to be successful in life a lot of times comes down to your ability and desire to stick to things. Sticking to things is probably more important than having talent. If you want to be unsuccessful in life in general, then just quit every time things get hard. And most of the time, success or those people that are defined to be successful are not necessarily the most talented. They are just the ones that have the most accumulation of effort that comes from sort of doing one thing consistently over time. So in a way, I think the rabbit and the tortoise story is applicable. It kind of like makes it plain. You know, you have a rabbit that runs really fast for short periods of time. He's very distracted, whereas you have a tortoise who keeps going forward and just sort of like stays on course. And I think life is like that as well. If you have a person who who has a level 5 talent, who's going down a certain path, and then you got another person who has about a level 15 talent who's going down the same path, but they are stopping and they're distracted, they're doing 5 or 6 different things over the course of that same 10-year period, what will happen is that level 15 person will be spread out really thin. They'll be able to only do one thing for 3 months, another thing for another 3 months, or one thing for 6 months, and so forth. The level 5 person, over the 5 or 10 years, will have the most accumulated assets, so to speak, when it comes to their developmental process. Okay? The level 15 and the level 5 person, the impression people will have is that the level 5 person is better, even though they have a lower ranking, so to speak. So, a level 15 person normally will quit their job every time things get hard, quit their relationship when their partner makes them mad. I'm not saying that long-term jobs and long-term businesses and long-term relationships are ideal, but a lot of success is really a well thought of process. People looking at how you've accumulated in one area. So if you want to be successful in that area, it takes about 10,000 hours of work to become a genius at something. Okay? That's according to statistics. So the ability to put in 10,000 hours into something, if you think about it, if you work 40 hours a week, that's about 2,000 hours a year. So it will take about 5 years of full-time effort to become an expert. That's according to what some of the statistics say. So if you're jumping around and you're putting 1,000 hours here and 1,000 there, you're going to be the jack of all trades but the master of none. You don't want to be the master of none, because there's no benefit to that at all. In fact, you can end up doing so much that you end up doing nothing at all. One way to kind of think about it is maybe to think about the power of the sun. The sun, it has a long radiation of X amount of thousands of miles. It feels warm in all these different spaces and places, right? But imagine the power of the sun if it was condensed into a laser, where it was very, very focused into one thing. That power would be so strong, that laser would be so strong, it will cut through rocks and through entire planets. So ultimately, you want to be a laser. You don't want to be having a broad spectrum of doing this and doing that and X amount of things. I'm not saying that you shouldn't be just focused on one thing. I don't think that's really the way I'm trying to put it across. However, you need to know where your accumulation is going to be, because I see a lot of young people who just something kind of like fails, they walk away and they don't stick it out. So by the time they're 30, 35 or 40, they're very upset with their lives because they haven't really accomplished pretty much anything. Okay? So if you want some more keys to greatness, I implore you and I urge you and I encourage you to keep checking in, because we're about to be developing an entrepreneurship platform that is going to ultimately develop, this laser-like focus that we are talking about on this here video. So just remember, when it comes to being successful, you just need to be mindful of 2 things. It's your life. Make it a good one. Peace.
Wow.